Guys, so I just posted a video of clearing my forehead acne. This is how it looks right now. It's clear, there's nothing left except for the scars. So this is my face, all clear. The hyperpigmentation around my mouth is not visible in this light. So yeah, so let me tell you how I cleared my forehead acne. Okay, just let me place it here. Okay, so there are a bunch of things that I tried, and I also failed at most of them. So the first thing that I did was I always thought to myself that whenever we have skin problems, it's because there's something wrong within. So I thought it was because of my diet. So the first thing that I did was cut off dairy. I was thinking about cutting off sweet, but I could not. I can't do that. I don't directly eat sugar or mix it on my tea, but I do eat chocolates. I did not stop eating chocolates. So I avoided drinks that had milk, and it so happened that the pimple around my forehead did get better, but they would just not go away, right? So I had the biggest pimple on my forehead. Like every time I would touch it, it'd be like this big, and this whole area would hurt so much, like so bad. So that's the first thing I did. It did help, but not completely, okay? Okay, the reason why I cut off dairy was because I am lactose intolerant, and for the longest time I didn't know it. Wow, very good. And yeah, my digestion was very bad because I drank matcha every day. But I didn't think of it, like, right? So one day I just sat down and then thought of all the things that are going wrong that could possibly have triggered my acne. So that was the first thing. I cut it off, stopped drinking that, no milk, no yogurt, nothing. And then the second thing that I did was I drank a lot of water, like a hell of a lot of water. So for example, if I drank around 4 liters today, my skin would clear up tomorrow. It was like that. That's how it worked. But again, it did not heal. I still had active pimples. It was so big, I can't even tell you. So at one point, it was not just on my forehead, it was like around my mouth, on my chin. So this was the area that was being affected. So I thought to myself, I need to dry out my skin because my skin is combination and this part tends to be very oily at times. So I thought of changing my skincare routine. So at first I tried benzoyl peroxide, and then I tried retinol, and of course these are the things that work on long term. And I stopped using serum or anything. I stopped using any sunscreen that would clog my pores. And for your information, I use a lot of sunscreen and they tend to clog my pores a lot. They're very oily, right? So I stopped doing that. Again, nothing happened. To this point, I could see some benefit, but not benefit of higher scale. So I thought of, I thought maybe it's because my sleep pattern is, a little bit messed up. And I tried sleeping on time, but I can't do that because I work late nights. I couldn't do that. Also, if we talked about my diet, I couldn't change my diet. I just could not do that. So I tried everything else that was possibly within my reach and something that I could actually do. So that was the thing. Couldn't change my diet entirely. No, that takes a lot of time for me to do it entirely. So then I thought to myself, let me make my skin very dry. So in the past, when I was very little, like 12, 13, and I had just started to have a little bit of pimple here and there, and every time I would have pimples, it would be like very big, like very, very big. I don't know why. Right, so that time I used to apply talcum powder. So if I had a pimple here, I was used to apply talcum powder in the nighttime, and in the morning, like, the pimple would have already gotten very little. Yeah, so that was the thing that I did. And the other thing that I did was I used to wash my face with neem soap, particularly neem soap at times, and then Johnson baby soap at times. I've also washed my face with pearls. So that's it. So I used my brain because nothing else was working out for me, and I could not change my skincare routine like entirely, because I can't just, you know, keep changing stuff, because I knew that if it didn't work for me in like 2 days, I would stop doing it. So I had acne on my forehead for like 2 months. Like, it was so bad. Everyone would notice that. I have always had clear skin. Touch wood, by God's grace, I've always had clear skin. So even one pimple on my face just would bother me, and I feel like everyone else is noticing that. Also that it didn't bother me unless I had a lot of pimples. So yeah, so now I know that even one pimple does actually bother me. So that was a thing. And then the last thing that I did, and it was the only thing that actually worked for me. Not that these things didn't work for me. These things did, but I didn't have a lot of patience to like wait. So I thought to myself, and thought like a 12-year-old me. And I bought a soap. I went to the store and bought Dove. I bought the white one. So I'd already kept on my head, like, already thought that I would be washing my face with Dove like 3 times a day. And I promised myself that. So in the first few days, I washed my face twice with the soap, and my skin was actually better. And then I started using it thrice. Even when I was working, I used to wash my face in the break time. So whenever I'd wash my face 3 times or even twice, my skin would actually heal. The acne around my face would T-zone would not hurt at all. So I then thought that, you know, it's actually being very effective for me. So let me just be very consistent with this. So I was very consistent with that, and within a week, my skin was clear, no acne, nothing, no pimples, nothing. This is how it looks right now. Right? Okay. So yeah, this is how it looks right now. Now let me just show it to you. Right now I'm using obviously the Dove in the morning and in the nighttime. I use that. Sometimes I skip in the morning. I just don't want to exfoliate. So I'm using TXA in the morning. I'm using 345 in the nighttime, and in the morning I'm using Beauty of Joseon sunscreen throughout the day. And I am also using the major thing that I want to talk about. Okay, I don't have it here. I'm just going to show it in another video. That's not for acne. So the only thing that was for acne was Dove. So Dove did this thing. So I have like 3 Dove soap, 2 white, 1 pink. Works absolutely amazing. It does make your skin very dry. It makes your skin very dry. So because I need to work in a very humid area. How do I place this? Yeah, just humid. I need to make sure that all the dirt on my skin just gone. Like I've cleansed it all properly. So maybe one of the reasons why I was getting acne pimple was because my skin was not clearing out like every single day. It was not being the dirt was still on my skin. So that was this thing. I'm so glad that my skin cleared out. And I'm very, very glad how it did. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll show you my new skincare in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.